the Digital Transformation Public Sector Awards 2024. We're going to start very, very fast and very promptly. It's a minute to 2 p.m. and as we said, we're going to keep this very simple and precise. We have a few speeches to be made, and for the speakers that will be coming up, we have about 2 minutes for each of you to deliver your key takeouts if necessary. 2 minutes each, and we have our timer set here to remind you of the 2 minutes. Again, the planes do not wait for anyone. So to kick us off, we're going to start with a presentation. It will be feedback on the event and the 2 days that they've been here. This is the chairperson, Kenya Museums, the Museums of Kenya, Mr. Edwin Obonyo. Naomba tafadhali kama upo uje, dakika mbili zinaanza sai.
Thank you very much. I can see most of us are still out, but they'll catch up. We just moved. Bwana CS, thank you very much. The PS, all the PSS here, all the chairmen for the various state corporations, including our CEOs, and of course our IT team. Thank you very much for being here. Now, today is the culmination of what we've done for the last 2 days, starting yesterday. So this is now the apex. I think this is now the most interesting part. And of course, it's quite nice that it's being graced by the CS himself. We as chairman of the board corporation, we really appreciate what has taken place. We learned a lot. In fact, yesterday when we were doing our own, when we congregated amongst ourselves, we really took time. We were leaving here at I think 7. We were very excited. We learned quite a bit of things. And of course, we also interchanged quite a number of things amongst ourselves. Those of us who have done very well on this sector, others who...
Somebody at the front of that seat, there's no one as far as we're concerned. Kindly come to the front so that we can finish this and do it promptly. For all those who are seated at the back, let's fill up the seats at the front. Let's not have any gaps whatsoever. This is a kind request from the CS. If we can do this promptly, let's move to the front very quickly, like diligent people that we are. Let's move up our seats. Let's move to the front. Let's cover all the seats that are at the front. Yes, thank you very much. Let's move to cover the seats that are at the front. Everybody who's seated at the back, this is a very kind request. If you could just do that. Let's cover the seats at the front. There are no reservations whatsoever for the so-called chairs, so kindly cover all the seats that are at the front, all of them. Let's have people seated there, and we can do this promptly so that we can have the CS not miss his plane. Let's do that promptly. Those who are coming in, kindly cover the seats that are in front of you. The gentleman and the lady seated, thank you, if you could. Yes, you. No, don't look back, it's you that I was addressing. Thank you. If you could move to the front. It's okay, I can come for you. I can absolutely come for you. Yes, you. Yes, the 2 of you. We could do this all day, but we don't have time. Those who are coming in, kindly cover the seats in the front. Do not leave any seat empty. Do not leave any seat empty. If you could do that promptly so we can have this done very fast. Thank you. If there's one thing I do not have, it's embarrassment. I'm sorry. I work in the media industry. We do not know embarrassment, so I will come for you and put you to where you are because you mostly work in government and other states. Chances are you'll feel more embarrassed than I will. So kindly, if you could. And here's a problem. I have a mic. So if we could do this promptly, I will come. Thank you. Hi, sir. Could you move in here, please? Thank you very much. Hi. Could you move to this front seat? Thank you very much. Ladies, if you could move this. Thank you. Thank you very much for all those who have covered the seats. I still see some gaps here and there. Kindly ensure that we cover them. As we move in, we're just covering them. Thank you so much, Mr. Edwin, for covering your 2 minutes. Coming up on stage next is the board chair and CEO of CRA Group, Mr. Simon Kinuthia, and he is one of our wonderful sponsors. If you could come up kindly. For you, 2 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our chief guest, Cabinet Secretary for ICT and Digital Economy, Mr. Eliud Owalo. Our host, PS, State Department for ICT and Digital Economy, Engineer John Tanui. PS Performance and Delivery Management, Madam Veronica Nduva. ICT Authority CEO, Mr. Stanley Kamanguya. The Data Commissioner, Madam Immaculate Kasait. Managing Director, Gradle Africa, Lavinia Mudhoni. The Regional Director, AWS, Robin Giro. The General Manager, Intel Corporation, Susan Bogo. And the Regional Director, Tony Blair Institute. Chairmen and Chairpersons of state agencies. CEOs, MDs and DGs, Vice Chancellors and Heads of Universities and other tertiary institutions of learning. Present here today, together with the researchers and members of academia, heads of ICT present, the media here today, all protocols observed. Good afternoon again. I am delighted this afternoon to see you all here, which is a manifestation of the great enthusiasm you have in technology and the outcomes which come with the investments you have made both in time and many other resources that you put together, which we now know very well and identify as a major economic driver for our great country and as the regional technology outward gateway in very, very many ways in this region. This transformational journey has some of its roots in the sunny, sun-baked plains of the Konza area where the third Konza Technopolis, our very own Silicon Valley sits, and which has previously had the privilege of leadership by our host, PS, Engineer John Tanui. This journey now connects the sons of Konza with the sons of the Nyali Beach, where we are here today witnessing the magical transformation which cascades deeply to the citizenry within the promises made by our head of state. Ladies and gentlemen, you are the main characters in this movie script, and that we have collectively put together for the benefit of many generations to come, and who will be remembering you for the opportunities and leverages afforded them by your actions and efforts in the last 1.5 years to date. CS, in these last 2 days, we have shared the very best of our experiences, capacities, and capabilities, together with the challenges we have encountered during this journey, and yet also have an opportunity to celebrate together the huge gains we have witnessed as businesses, state departments and agencies, and the vendors of the various technology tools currently in use and those emerging within the foreseeable future. I want to introduce ourselves because we've not had an opportunity to do that. For us at CRA, our part is to deliver ICT solutions seamlessly using the very best of technologies and practices available, and especially from tried, tested, and greatly valued vendors such as our event co-sponsors, AWS and Intel Corporation, among others. We also ensure secure platforms on which we build our services and technologies. And actually, we started off as a data security company some 20 years ago and have continued in this space very slowly, but meticulously morphing into the systems integrators and software licensing, applications developers, and implementation partner of choice in the East African region. We are also specialized system integrators and cloud solutions partner, delivering these techno offerings that drive transformational agendas in a cross-industry setting. We have a presence at a digital footprint in 4 East African countries and 2 satellite offices in DRC and Rwanda. We continue to grow into the larger geographies of Eastern and Southern Africa, and it is still very hard to match the demand for techno growth with the available resources. This is the reason we keep skilling in this area to try and cover this demand. We had a discussion with Mr. Bogo to build a roadmap jointly with other stakeholders so that we can get there within reasonable timelines. We as CRA Group, together with our sponsoring partners, hope to be able to help each other. And every one of you here in the roadmaps that you have identified within your respective areas of the economic divide to drive the transformational agendas that should bring us back here in a year's time to celebrate achievement and accomplishment we have set our eyes on as measurable goals in line with the visions and all objectives we have discussed in this forum. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to know that we have left the technical discussions and the lingo behind to concentrate on the goals, challenges, and outcomes. We have a leadership here that is undoubtedly the best there is in terms of past institutional engagement, and that is why the focus changed to this discussion devoid of the normal digitization jargon. I say this, but I see it because listening to the PS, Engineer Tanui, it all seems to be on his fingertips, from the digital labs to the lecture halls, the universities, Concert Technopolis, and the various leadership positions held in the ICT sector, and now for us to becoming the captain of this very important docket within the leadership of this great nation. Such a journey completes a picture that we can all believe in. I want to thank all of you for being present today and agreeing to become and to be counted as the ones with the mantle and responsibility for this digital transformation and the results that should come from it, together with the speed with which our citizenry must get where we need to be as a country. All current economic development goals and conversations cannot be complete without collaborations within all of us in the sector. Job creation, education as a key development enabler, healthcare is a core factor for any meaningful developmental agenda, together with food security are items that take the front line in this transformational agenda. It is these four items that should appear in any meaningful fulfillment of the promises we have made to ourselves as a country. Another factor to keep in view is the highly ICT-enabled youth in our nation. This is another important cog in the larger wheel of digital transformation, because from our homes to the classrooms and the lecture halls globally, a major shift in learner-tutor engagements has culminated into a living example of how much digitization has caught up with the other societal needs and even accomplishments. This has translated into a larger tech-savvy populace with lots of time, energy, and zeal, albeit with some negative engagements, activities, and mindsets. Only yesterday, we had in this very room that we heard about the nighttime keyboard and dollars euphemisms during one of the sessions. Of course, with some level of amusement, we had a little laugh. These are resources at our disposal that we must recognize and think about expeditiously to find a way of utilizing as a nation, short of which we might end up in an avoidable quagmire. On a positive note, it is noteworthy to remember that very many tech startups with a very high level of funding and investor confidence have been the work of the youth, some without past experience, exposure that would be commensurate with the level of achievements seen in this area. Lastly, we as tech vendors and solutions developers, and long before the business considerations come into play, we need to be seen in the light of partners with you as a mission, that of proudly bringing and serving our country hand in hand with you all as the transformational vision owners and drivers. Once again, I thank you very much for joining the Ministry of ICT and as the co-sponsors for this auspicious occasion. Thank you very much indeed, and see you next year around this time.
A round of applause for him for a job well done. Thank you so much, Mr. Simon Kinuthia. And on to our next speaker is East African Regional Director, Tony Blair Institute for Global Change. That is Ronald Osumba. kindly keep to the 2-minute mark, if you will kindly. Thank you very much.
Thank you, MC. I'm a retired politician. It is highly unlikely I will stick to the 2 minutes. Good afternoon, everyone. CS, good to see you, and thank you very much for having us here. PS, my good friend, Bwana Tanui, who happened to elevate my career, actually. I don't think he knows this. Many years ago, when I was still a salesman in Safaricom, he gave us one of the biggest enterprise deals when he was at Huawei. I don't think he had much of a choice because Safaricom was 80% Huawei anyway, so it was in reciprocity. Other PSs present, other partners present, and again, Bwana CS, these conversations, particularly here actually at White Sands, have been going on for very many years. Called many things, Connected Kenya, Connected Africa, but we've all been talking about digital. And a lot of these partners here present today have been part of the discussions that have been happening for many years. We have seen transformation happening right before our eyes because of this kind of conversations. So out here, people may say, these are just talk shops, but I think when you have people in the room who care and are truly committed and invested in making digital transformation happen, we will see a lot of this transformation happen. So thank you very much to Graydale, AWS, Intel, CRA, Simon has just been here, for the investment in making sure that we can be able to have this conversation. All protocols observed. I've not even started. Yeah, I know. All protocols observed. I think, CS, the main important thing for us this afternoon as Tony Blair Institute is really just to recognize the leadership that you and the PS have provided, not just in the ministry, but also in the sector. Delivering 10,000 digital services was something that many of us did not believe will happen, but it did. So thank you very much for that. We also need to recognize as a country, we've really made progress. Since all these conversations started happening here about broadband, connectivity, etc., we now have 90% mobile penetration. We have 43 million Kenyans on the internet. We have mobile money revolution. We are leading the world. We have what we now call the Silicon Savannah, which is creating, quite literally, for software developers alone, not even looking at ecosystem around them, over 58,000 jobs now. And I think these three things put together create an opportunity for us to really take this digital revolution to the next level. Even as we talk about free trade area on the continent, I think Kenya provides the continent with leadership on how we translate these digital capabilities into real economic value for our people. So again, let me take this opportunity to just thank you, Bwana CS, for providing this leadership. As an institute, we will continue to support you. Our work is really to help leaders do the difficult stuff. And we do know, a lot of us who have served in government, how difficult it can be to move the levers of government. However ambitious you may be, willing you may be, political support from the president, sometimes it's just extremely difficult to move the levers of government, mostly because of the people in this room, chairmen and CEOs. And we will support you. We will support you to make these people move. We know that there's a race for data now, because the people who have data, if you control data and you sit on data, AI, blockchain, big data, all those become small things in the piece of your digital revolution. So we will continue to support you, Bwana CS, with all the partnerships that we bring to the table. With that said, I have 4 more pages. I think it is possible for us to reimagine the state, to reimagine how we do things, to bring in efficiency so that we can truly transform and have an impact on people. This is what we truly believe. We believe it can be delivered through political leadership. And therefore, CS, we continue to commit ourselves to you, to the PS, but also to all the leaders in this room to make this revolution a reality. Thank you very much.
Ronnie, where I work, we have a lot of airtime, too much airtime. You can always come and get some. If you're wondering where I work in the biggest media house in East Africa. That's Royal Media Services. So we have a lot of airtime. If you want to talk, come. I'll give you airtime. Okay? I'm not going to stand next to you and ask, nakwambia tu songa. Nakupatia an hour, talk. But for now, we don't have that time. So I'd like to bring on, again, a round of applause for Ronnie. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. I'd like now to invite our co-host, Ms. Lavinia Mithoni, the Managing Director, Greydale Africa. A round of applause for her. Thank you so much. I'll just stand here.
I'm cognizant of the time. Our chief guest, the Cabinet Secretary for Ministry of Information, Communications and the Digital Economy, Mr. Eliud Owalo. PSA is present, all protocol observed. Allow me to just shorten it, all protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. What an exciting 2 days these have been. Last year, the idea of the Digital Transformation Public Sector Forum and Awards was an idea, and it was like a dream, something probable, something likely to be transformative. When Greydale Africa developed the concept of the DTPS Forum and Awards and approached Amazon Web Services and the Ministry of ICT and Digital Economy to partner and make this a reality, it was simply a plan on paper. So as I stand here today, I am not only so proud to be associated with this event, but very humbled at everything I have learned from my interactions, conversations, and simply listening to the presentations that were made. There are a lot of state agencies doing amazing things through technology. And those things, we as citizens do not know them. So Waziri, we do need to tell these stories more. And I hope that with these awards, we will help showcase some of these innovations to the country. The winners today were selected by a panel of independent judges, and I believe these winners will bring to the forefront inspirational government projects that highlight digital transformation in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to recognize and celebrate excellence in public sector digital transformation. In particular, these awards aim to recognize organizations that are continuously leveraging technology to improve effectiveness, efficiency, transparency, and service delivery to Kenyan citizens. Waziri, we plan to have these awards run annually. We are therefore urging many organizations to apply, to submit your projects. We do know that this time you had a very limited window to be able to do that. I think you only had 2 weeks to submit your awards. We only had about 59 submissions. Out of all these organizations sitting here, I know we can get much more if we give you a lot more time. So the learning out of this is that we are going to open the portal months in advance. We will allow our judges to even come to your organizations to audit the projects that you are submitting and make sure that those projects actually work. So by the time you're winning an award next year, you really are showing excellence. So for those that win, congratulations. For those that don't walk away with a prize, I can tell you the judges had a difficult time in some of the categories selecting a winner. So keep doing what you're doing because your work is touching and transforming citizens' experiences. Thank you very much. So I will take this opportunity to invite PS, State Department for ICT and Digital Economy, Engineer John Tanui, to come on stage and make a few remarks.
Thank you very much, Lavinia. Our chief guest, the Cabinet Secretary for Ministry of Information, Communication and Digital Economy, Honorable Eliud Owalo, my colleague, PS for Performance and Delivery, Veronica Nduva, my colleague PS Cabinet Affairs, Idris Tokota, colleagues, chairmen, CEOs, ICT professionals, good afternoon. CS, this has been a very exciting moment for us in the ICT and technology space. We've spent 2 days here engaging and having conversations regarding the big agenda we have about digitalization and using technology and digital infrastructure to achieve the digital transformation of our public sector. We have had various presentations, sharing of successful cases, and even the process of implementing a digital transformation. This forum has allowed us to have the highest levels of leadership in our agencies, with the chairman, the CEOs being present, and to be able to share the big agenda that we have for our country. We all agree there are huge opportunities in the digital space. And it's through this digital transformation that we can be able to unlock these opportunities, not only for the efficiency and effective service delivery, but for our citizens to be able to access the abundant digital opportunities, including opportunities for skilling, acquiring knowledge, opportunities for working online, opportunities for building digital enterprises. And CS, this forum has been made possible by our partners. First, Cradle Africa, led by the MD, Lavinia Muthoni, has been able to conceptualize this together with our teams in the ministry and the agencies, and with the support and sponsorship of our industry partners, Amazon Web Services, with the MD, Robin Chiru, Intel Corporation, with Susan Mboko, the East African MD for Intel Corporation, and also Africa Computer Revolution, Simon Kinuthia. We really want to thank them for coming together and ensuring this platform is provided for our colleagues. We've agreed on a number of issues. We've agreed on how to work together going forward. We're going to have sectoral working groups and also a lead steering team to ensure that the agenda you have in the sector of using technology for transformation of the public service can be realized. And working with all this team, we will be able to work that journey. Before I invite you, CS, I will want my colleagues to make a few remarks. They've been with us for the last two days, and also giving us the expectations from the leadership of the various state departments. And this team here were leaders in implementation from our agencies at the ministry, ICT Authority, Concert Technopolis, Office of the Data Protection Commissioner. We have a research institute, the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, and other agencies under Broadcasting Communications Authority, and all the agencies working together to ensure we deliver this stream. So I want to invite our PS, Idris Takota, to give his remarks briefly, and then Veronica, and then we have our chief guest. Welcome, PS.
Our chief guest, CS Heridorowalo, colleagues present here, Madam Veronica, Performance Contracting, CS hosts PS Tanui, CEOs present here, chairmen, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be part of this journey. This is a journey towards public sector transformation. This is a journey referred to as digital transformation in the public sector. So I am a proud member of this team that is taking forward the digital journey in this country. And the expectation that we are having from this conversation of this gathering is that we have been talking a lot in terms of making public sector work in terms of work in transforming the digital space. Now it's time for action, because the president of this country has been campaigning on a platform of digital superhighway, of digital issues within the government. So I think now it's time that the private sector should come in hand to make sure that this journey is actually coming to a success. And to our agencies down there, I think it's important now to think that we are not only working on the e-government platform, we are not working on the computers anymore. It is about the transformation. It's not about translating all the processes that you have in the government, but it's about now transforming those processes, coming up with things that will enable us run the economy and have our space be a rightful space. With these very many remarks, I want to say thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. PS Nduva Veronica, please come.
Thank you so much, PS Tanui, Honorable CS and our chief guests for this afternoon, the Minister for ICT and Digital Economy, colleague PSs, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Mine is to just wish everyone a hearty congratulations, because if you made it to the list of 57, you're a winner. So everyone in this room is a winner. It's been a great honor sitting and listening to the various components of your discussions. It's amazing from where we sit to see how much innovations have taken place, what the Ministry of Health is doing, what the Ministry of Agriculture is doing, and the great support from the ministry that is hosting us here. I think digitization is a key priority for all of us, and it's very heartening to see the amazing strides we've made. I was just talking to the CS and saying we need to see some of these innovations sold out there on CNN. We need to tell our story to the world, because everywhere you go, Kenya is celebrated as a leader in digital innovations. So really a hearty congratulations to the organizers, to all the awardees, and indeed to the ministry. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, PS Veronica. And we've agreed, CS, to work and see how we can have a more accelerated approach in the digital transformation by inputting to what we have in our performance contract. We are going to work and see what additional requirements do we put so that we can accelerate the digital transformation. Before inviting you, Wasiri, I really want to assure you, staying with this team for 2 days, I am very confident the commitments you have made, the commitments that our president has made, we have a team, a great army that will make sure it's delivered. And it will be delivered in a very coordinated approach. We have a very capable team. We have very sound leadership from chairmen, CEOs, and the aides of ICTs. With that, it's now my honor and pleasure to invite our chief guest, our minister, CS Eliud Owalo. Welcome, Wasiri.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. So, PS ICT Engineer Tanui, our PSS, Madam Dakota and Madam Veronica, the distinguished chairman of various state corporations, the CEOs, our partners from the private sector, and distinguished delegates present herein. Good afternoon. Good afternoon again. I really lack words to express my appreciation to you good people for having been our partners in this journey. You are aware that we set off the implementation of our mandate anchored on a very, very ambitious program. And we had very, very clear instructions from the head of state who has been leading this digitalization agenda from the front. Very clear key result areas, very clear targets, timelines within which you are supposed to deliver or realize our objectives. But without you people, we would not have gotten this far. Imagine being tasked to roll out 100,000 kilometers of fiber, being asked to establish and operationalize a total of 25,000 Wi-Fi hotspots, told to go out there and establish a total of 1,450 digital hubs in the villages, digitalize all government services, ensure that we have got commensurate level of digital skills to facilitate optimal uptake of the digital infrastructure that we are rolling out. It sounds, from the first instance, an insurmountable task. But courtesy of cooperation and partnership with you people, we have managed to realize quite certain fundamental milestones. As we speak today, from a meager 350 services that were domiciled on the eCitizen platform, as at the time when we came into government, we have today managed to digitalize a whopping 15,531 government services, which are now available virtually on the eCitizen platform. In the same vein, we have pursued the establishment and operationalization of the Wi-Fi hotspots. As we speak, in partnership with the private sector, we have managed to establish a total of 2,261 Wi-Fi hotspots within the past 1.5 years. In terms of digital skilling, we have rolled out digital hubs in a total of 247 TVET institutions. We have deployed 12,000 devices so far. We have trained a total of 119,000 youths. We have correspondingly managed to connect a total of 135,471 youth to digital jobs. That is a fundamental milestone. And we are now moving forward, working in partnership with our members of parliament, to establish digital hubs in all the wards in this country. Imagine a situation where in each and every ward we are going to have a digital hub where our youth right there in the villages are being capacitated courtesy of digital skills. And correspondingly, as government, we are connecting them to digital jobs. This will be a game changer for this country. It will be a paradigm shift, because as opposed to the hitherto situation where we have been having rural urban migration by our youth in search of jobs, we are now going to create jobs right there in the villages. In each hub, we are capable of creating a total of 300 jobs. That will give us a sum total on average of about 1,500 jobs in each and every constituency in this country. Working from the villages, but working for global technological companies in USA, in UK, in Germany, in Singapore, in India, just to mention but a few, and being paid in dollars. Transforming this youth from job seekers to digital learners who are also digital earners at the same time. That will be a major achievement for our country. All these good people would not have been possible without support from you guys. That's why, from the very onset, I want to state that we owe you a great debt of gratitude for the far that we have gone so far. So let's clap for ourselves. But perhaps it is now time to look back in retrospect, just to take note of the milestones we have realized, the challenges we have faced, the performance gaps that we need to close, analyze our operational environment and discern the opportunities which exist, which we need to take advantage of moving forward. Think together of what we must do right, the critical success factors moving forward, so that we can realize our goal of a digitalized Kenyan economy. That is really why we are here. We are not here to just reward the good performers, no. We are here to offer thought leadership together in a participatory and all-inclusive manner, both public sector and private sector, to think of what we need to do right moving forward if we are to realize our goals and objectives. Granted, we have got those institutions that will be recognized and rewarded today. But to me, the most important thing, output we need to get out of this meeting is what we need to do right moving forward if we are to remain relevant in the operational environment. We are operating in an environment which is very dynamic, a lot of technological advancements, emerging issues on a daily basis. Artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data, all that has to be put into context so that we see what we need to do in response to those changes in the operational environment. And that is why, again, in a participatory manner, we did set up a sector working group about 3 months ago to enable us scan the operational environment, analyze the emerging issues, the technological advancements, and put into context by way of recommendations what we need to do moving forward from a policy, legal, and regulatory perspective. I want to assure you once more that as a ministry, in the execution of our mandate, we will work together with you people. Depending on unfolding events from time to time, we will always be ready and available for consultations so that we don't leave anybody behind. We want to internalize, integrate, synchronize, and synthesize everybody's ideas so that we can come out better in the pursuit of our goals and objectives. In terms of the end result, if we pursue our digital transformation agenda to a logical conclusion, I can assure you, good people, that Kenya will not be the same again. We are now on the threshold of a situation where we will no longer require the Kenyan people to physically visit government offices to consume services. Kenyans will be able to consume government services from the comfort of wherever they are. With the digital infrastructure we are putting in place, the digitalization of services, digitization of records, commensurate levels of digital skilling, it will no longer be necessary to have a physical interface between members of the public and the government. That is why we are also pursuing, all factors being held constant, the digital identity, so that we can have a virtual means through which government can confirm that you are whom you claim to be. And if that happens, then there is no reason, good people, why we should not be able to run a paperless government in the not too distant future. There is no reason why we should not be able, leveraging on technology, to turn Kenya into a 24-hour economy. All this is realistic and achievable in the not too distant future. So I want us to work together, continue working together, so that we augment the efforts of His Excellency the President, and by extension the Kenya Kwanza government, working in partnership with all stakeholders, both from private and public sector, so that we realize our objectives. We have got the opportunity, potential, wherewithal, capability, and capacity to position Kenya as the ICT hub of Africa. If we leverage on technology, we can position Kenya effectively in the global marketplace by way of comparative advantage while merely leveraging on what? On technology. I do verily believe that if we pursue our goals to a logical conclusion, we should be able, while leveraging on technology, one, to seal out all revenue leakages in government. All revenue leakages in government, just leveraging on technology again, alone. Imagine, and I believe some of you are here, we have got organizations who have managed to multiply their revenue levels by up to 20% just by merely leveraging on technology. A case in point is Kenya Wildlife Service. I don't know if anybody from the KWS is here. That is, yes, he'll tell you that it is possible, to leverage on technology to enhance the potential revenue levels. We are capable of widening the revenue base just by merely bringing more people into the tax bracket. Through these technological developments, through concerted efforts, through teamwork at all levels of government, we should be able, moving forward, to collect adequate revenues to enable us settle our external debts and even have surplus to finance both our development and recurrent expenditure. It sounds too good to be true, but these are the facts of the case. It is possible, it is realistic, it is attainable. Let's work together so that we turn Kenya into a paperless government, a digital economy, 24-hour economy, and an economy that will be a leader in the market from a technological perspective. I want you to leave this place with just one message. Please go back to your institutions and digitalize everything. That is the critical success factor that we have today. With those many remarks, I want once more to thank all of you for having been available. The turnout is amazing. Yesterday, I had not even planned to be here because I've got some external trip. But a number of SMSs I got from chairmen of parastatals, CEOs of parastatals, made me cancel everything that I was to do today to come here and work with you today. And if we can continue with this effort and turn this PS into an annual event and even make it bigger, incorporate the county governments. As public sector, there is nothing that we are going to do as national government that will not be rolled out in a given county. Let's also integrate the county governments so that we move together with them. For the private sector, let me assure you once more that as government, we understand our role. Our role is to put in place an enabling policy, legal, and regulatory framework to enable the private sector thrive. Our role as government is not to compete in business with private sector businesses. If we can meet our goals and objectives by merely focusing on the policy, legal, and regulatory framework and leveraging on the potential of the private sector to meet our goals, so be it. And this goes far to espouse the fact that we have to work together as public sector and private sector. As an ICT industry, I don't want you, private sector, to look at us as government. Neither are we going to look at you as private sector. That is why when we were establishing the sector working group, we joined hands to come up with an all-inclusive team that would give us pertinent solutions to some of the emerging challenges. Moving forward, we will work with the private sector from time to time, depending on unfolding events. Those are my remarks this afternoon. I want to wish all of you well, and we look forward to working with you now and in the foreseeable future. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're moving to the awards, yes.
A round of applause for our CS and the support that he has accorded all of us for that. Now we will go straight into the awards. Now, the Ministry of Information Communications and Digital Economy in Kenya, in partnership with Greydale Africa, instituted these awards to recognize and honor public sector organizations that are committed to enhancing service delivery through the use of technology. And we will go straight into that. But first, we will start with recognizing some initiatives. Now, these are outstanding national digital initiatives that have participated in this, but we notice that they've taken quite a good turn in accepting and doing great initiatives in digital. For this, I would like the following people to be present, if you may. Lavinia Muthoni. Thank you. And Engineer John Tanui. And the initiatives are as follows. My request is that you please be present, all three of them, in Jitume Digital Hub programs to be received by Konza Technopolis. We also have a certificate for fertilizer subsidy program. Kindly, the State Department for Agriculture, if you could be present to pick this up. And finally, we have the eCitizen portal, the Directorate of eCitizen and ICT Authority. Kindly be present to pick up this certificate. Konza? That's Konza. State Department for Agriculture? Not present. Are they present? If we could do this very promptly again, press for time. And the e-Citizen portal, the Directorate of e-Citizen and ICT Authority, kindly, if I do call your name, kindly, let's try and make it here as fast as possible. Watu wa kamera, mutafanya ile kitu. Sindio? You're experts. I know you're experts. You just need 3-4 clicks, yes? You guys are going to do this amazingly. Thank you. A round of applause. Thank you so much. And I know there are going to be some judges in the room, so I will request for your assistance, and we'll start with Judge Mushemi to announce one of our winners into the categories. We'll start with Leader in Digital Innovation, Healthcare Sector. You get to announce the winner.
24R. State Department of Public Health.
And the winner is Kenyatta University Hospital for Teaching and Referral and Research Hospital.
A round of applause.
Kenyatta University Hospital for Teaching, Referral and Research. Project submitted, integrated end-to-end.
Is the chairman here? Madam Olive Mugenda? She's left, eh? And the CEO?
Yes, there's representation. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. A round of applause and congratulations. On to the next category. The winner will be announced by Suraj Shah from MasterCard. This is the Leader in Digital Innovation, Education Sector.
The nominees for Leader Digital Information Education Sector 2024 are Kenyatta University. Project submitted, KUSA e-voting system. The Kenya Medical Training College. Project submitted, Kenya Medical Training College e-learning and simulation lab project. Teachers Service Commission. Project submitted, Teachers Professional Appraisal and Development.
So the Leader in Digital Innovation Education Sector 2024. Do I do drum roll? Kenya Medical Training College, KMTC. Congratulations.
A round of applause as they make their way. Congratulations. Job well done. Again, a round of applause as they come and pick up their award. Congratulations again, Cousin Zuri Sana. And the next one shall be awarded. The winner is going to be announced by Kellington Kituku from AWS. And this is the Leader in Digital Innovation, the Agriculture Sector.
The nominee for Leader Digital Information Agriculture Sector 2024 is Agricultural Finance Corporation. Project submitted, automated credit scoring and agronomic data.
So the winner is Kellington Kituku, sorry, Agricultural Finance Corporation.
as he picks it up. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much, Madam Lavinia. And our PS, kindly have a seat. We'd like to request our CS to give a few of this. And from here we have a person awarding this category is again Kellington Kitiku from AWS. Thank you so much for being prompt. And this is the category is Leader in Digital Innovation Energy Sector.
The nominee for Leader Digital Innovation Energy Sector 2024 is Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority. Project submitted, automation of commencement of work and completion certificate.
And the winner is Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Good job for doing that. Do we have a representative? Kindly make your way. Representative of this, kindly make your way. Thank you very, very much for being prompt. It's okay, come. Asanteni. For those who are coming to pick up, I request that you be prompt. And the next category is Leader in Digital Innovation Financial Services Sector. The winner shall be read by GM Intel Corporation, Susan Bogo.
The nominee for Leader Digital Innovation Financial Sector 2024 is Kenya Deposit Insurance Corporation. Project submitted, Enterprise Data Warehouse Business Intelligence.
Who can guess? The winner is the Kenya Deposit Insurance Corporation.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Susan. And the next category is Leader in Digital Citizen Engagement 2024. This shall also be given by Susan.
And the winner is, dun, 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 dun. This time you made it exciting for me. The Kenya Export Promotion Council.
Round of applause. Is nobody from? No one? Okay. Then we're just going to move on to the next one. In the next category is Leader in Digital Upskilling 2024. And to read the winner is the Regional Director, Public Sector Lead, AWS, Robin Joe.
The nominees for Leader Digital Upskilling 2024 are Konza Technopolis Development Authority. Project submitted, Jitume Program. National Treasury. Project submitted, Government Investment Management Information System. Scrap Metal. Project submitted, Scrap Metal Licensing and Automation.
And great pleasure to announce the winner in this category, Scrap Metal Council, aka SMC.
If you're present, kindly make your way. Congratulations. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. Congratulations to the winner. The next category is Leader in Data Security and Privacy Innovation, to be read again by Robin Giro.
The nominees for Leader Data Security are Office of the Data Protection Commissioner. Project submitted, Artificial Intelligence for Public Goods, Data Security and Privacy Compliance in the Digital Economy. Konza Technopolis Development Authority. Project submitted, Konza National Data Center and Smart City Facilities Project.
And the winner or leader in Data Security and Privacy Innovation 2024 is Konza Technopolis Development Authority.
Job well done. Those speaking up for Konza, kindly make your way. That's Konza Technopolis Development. Mr. Chairman, Karibu Sana, thank you so much. Welcome and job well done. Congratulations to you. No, now we're good. We're good. The next category, we have New Technology Innovation Award to be presented by CEO and Chairman of CRA, that's Mr. Simon Kinuthia. Kindly make your way.
The New Technology Innovation 2024 are National Social Security Fund. Project submitted, AI-driven reconciliation system. Kenya National Highways Authority. Project submitted, virtual weighing system. County Government of Garissa. Project submitted, Integrated Geographic Information System.
And the winner for the New Technology Innovation Award for 2024 is the Kenya National Highways Authority, KENHA.
Round of applause. Congratulations. Job well done. Thank you. Yes, we still have one more with you. The next category is Leader in Digital Innovation, County Governments, to be announced by, of course, Mr. Kinuthia.
The leader of Digital Innovation County Governments 2024 is none other than our capital, Nairobi City Council. City County Government. Where? Nairobi City County Government. Any representatives?
Hamna mtu kutoka huko. Sisi watu wa Mombasa, watu wa Nairobi tutachukua tu tujipatie. I'm ready. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now, the next category is quite a big one. This is the CEO of the Year Digital Public Sector Awards. It's the top individual award to be given by Lavinia Mithoni.
Nancy Macharia from Teacher Service Commission. John Paul Okwiri from Konza Technopolis. Norbert Talam from Tourism Regulatory Authority.
So before I announce the winner for this category, one thing I'd like to mention is that there were people disqualified in this category because it was a CEO category, and we had heads of ICT submitting in this category. So I'll get to the winner. The winner is Norbert Talam, CEO, Tourism Regulatory Authority.
A round of applause. Congratulations. This is quite a big award. Apewe bembwe, shangwe na vigelegele. Kazi nzuri sana kaka. Job well done. Job well done. That is the CEO of the Year Digital Public Sector Award. Congratulations, sir. And now we have one more, the very final one, which is the overall winner of the Digital Public Sector Awards 2024. This goes to the Top Organization Award, presented and read by Madam Lavinia Muthoni. Kindly. I'd like to request all the PAs present to kindly join us on stage for this one.
The nominees for the overall winner category Digital Transformation Public Sector Awards 2024 are Konza Technopolis Development Authority, County Government of Nyandarua, Kenya Electricity Transmission Company,
This was a very popular category. Everyone actually almost entered into this category, and the judges had a really difficult time choosing the winner. This is the overall winning organization this year, County Government of Nyandarua.
Congratulations, this is the big award. Job well done to the County Government of Nyandarua. Kazi nzuri sana imefanyika. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The winners kindly pointedly join us to stage. All the winners, I am requesting kindly, if you can promptly make your way here. All the winners, we need you to move and move fast. Kama umepata award jamani, naomba tafadhali. Kindly stage na mji haraka, wakati ndo hautuna. Mji haraka. Get us on stage. We're done. This is the last one, I promise you. I promise you. This is the very last one. Partners and sponsors. This is the only one we're doing, and we're done. Partners and sponsors, can you get on stage? We need you to do this very promptly so we can let the CS leave. Partners and sponsors. we have come to the end of our award ceremonies, and we appreciate that you've taken time to sit with us. And this marks the end of both the forum and the awards. You may, of course, leave at your own pleasure, unless mnataka tufanye nini tena. Tunaweza endelea, mimi si mind. Yeah. For those who have their awards, kindly bring them back so that they can be packaged. Kindly bring back your awards so that they can be packaged. Thank you very, very much.